Hey everyone! Welcome back to another episode of WTF. I'm your host, Lena Moriarty, and this week we have a lot of catching up to do. To begin, and in case you didn't already know this, Betsy DeVos, the United States Secretary of Education, is not smart. I know. It is surprising that the woman in charge of public education seems to have no education herself. DeVos was on CBS's 60 Minutes, and when she asked if the public schools in her home state of Michigan were getting better, she responded that she didn't know. What do you know, Betsy? That's not all that she doesn't know, however. She also has no damn idea how to protect students from guns. DeVos claimed arming teachers should be an option for states and communities, even though she couldn't even imagine her first grade teacher having a gun. So yeah, we have a walking contradiction who's in charge of our school systems. She claims she intentionally didn't visit these underperforming schools after claiming they should receive less funding, which brings us to ask, are you smarter than a fifth grader, Mrs. DeVos? To which everyone should respond in unison, hell no. Bringing us to other adults who are far less intelligent than kids, we have Florida Representative Elizabeth Porter. This woman had the nerve to undermine Parkland shooting survivors' Never Again movement. She rhetorically asked, do we allow the children to tell us that we should pass a law that says no homework or you finish high school at the age of 12 just because they want it so? Obviously not, Elizabeth, but in this case, these kids aren't asking for a lighter math load. They're just asking to not get shot up in their high school. Is that too much to ask? Two other acts of gun violence in high schools happened just after Parkland. 17-year-old Cortland Arrington was shot dead after a classmate bought a gun to their school in Alabama. She was accepted into college and wanted to become a nurse. Two 15-year-olds, Bailey Holt and Preston Cope, were killed in a Kentucky high school shooting also after Parkland. 16 others were wounded. Oh yeah, and in case you haven't heard, the Republican candidate for the Maine State House dropped out of the race after calling Parkland survivor Emma Gonzalez a skinhead lesbian. And since it's obvious that the NRA and the GOP don't care about the lives of students, what about the lives of veterans? Just 3 weeks ago, 3 women were killed by a gunman at a California veterans home, a place that's sole purpose is to help current and former military personnel with mental health issues. When we are lobbying for stricter gun laws, we are not just doing it for the students, but for every single American that is put in danger every day because someone who shouldn't be buying a gun is. The deaths will not stop until something is done. We have teachers in active shooter training with students who can't afford basic supplies. And on a final note, pornographic film actress Stormy Daniels has offered to return her $130,000 payment she was given in 2016 for agreeing not to speak about an alleged affair she had with President Donald Trump. If he accepts the refund, she'll be able to speak about the potential relationship and publish any evidence of the affair openly. All I can say is it's about to rain down on the Oval Office. You get it? Like Stormy? Well, forget it. And that's it for this week. Catch you all next week for another episode of WTF.